Hi everybody, welcome to another video with Haute Makeup. My name is Anna, and for today's video I wanted to show you guys how to cover your dark circles underneath your eyes. So the holidays coming, a lot of us are not going to be getting a lot of sleep, so I wanted to show you guys how to do this. I know that there's a lot of ways to do it. If it works for you and if you're properly covering up those dark circles, then by all means continue doing it that way. God knows that, once something works, you stick to it unless they show you something better and it works better, then you move on. For all my fair skin ladies out there, from, very, very light to maybe medium, you want to use a concealer that's going to have either a very light pink undertone or a yellow concealer to neutralize your dark circles. If you are a medium to a deep skin tone, you want to use like a salmon with maybe a little tinge of orange underneath your dark circles, followed by a concealer that's a shade lighter for everybody on top of it, so that way you can highlight. I've seen a lot of people complain, I've heard them complain about, putting other concealer in their foundation and it still comes through. Well, that's probably the problem. You want to put your concealer on and then not move it. So my suggestion would be, do your foundation first, like I already have my base on, and then do your concealer. So to me, since I'm like a medium skin tone, I like to use a pink salmon undertone color. My favorite one to use is Benefit's Erase Paste, and I've been using it for probably 2-3 years. I'm going to go ahead and take some and just apply it underneath my eyes like so, in a upside down triangle. And why in an upside down triangle? Well, because we want to highlight this entire area so that way everybody stops looking at the actual dark circles. Now, a little goes a long way with the erase paste, but I like to really pack it on because my dark circles are kind of dark. Now, as far as like the concealers to go over it, I'm a NC35, so I like to use a shade lighter to keep it as natural as possible with my concealer. And for today, I'm going to use the MAC NC30 in this Lake Moisture. And I'm just going to do this, the same thing I did, and apply it wherever all that pink is at. After I've applied it, I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend everything out. What this is going to do is, because my foundation is already on, I don't have to move anything around or apply anything else over it. So this is pretty much going to be it. Like, you don't have to do anything else. See that difference? The trick here is to blend and blend and blend. Now, normally you'd probably say, hey, that's, pretty good. I'm not satisfied because, one is your own and biggest critic, and you're always going to not be happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit more of the pink just right there, because that's where I feel it's my darkest, and I definitely want to neutralize it. So just do this a little bit more. And I think that looks a lot better than it did. Okay, so now I'm happy and satisfied. So it's there, it's covered. I don't have to do anything else to my foundation because it's already been applied. But now I'm going to just go ahead and set my concealer. Now here's the tricky part. Like, you really, really have to set your concealer. You can't just, apply powder and just let it be. This is where the term baking comes. I like to use a yellow concealer or a color corrector from MAC. It's their Prep and Prime. And I use a yellow one because it's going to help with my under eyes darkness. They also have, translucent from like Makeup Forever, which you can totally do. But I prefer this one because I feel like the yellow tint to it helps even neutralize more my dark circles. When I do makeup on other people, I use MAC's Radiance one, which is like a taupe color on darker skin tones, and I set it with that. And for my super fair ladies, I definitely use a translucent powder because that's all that you will need. So what I do is I take my beauty blender and I dip it just like that, tap off the excess, and I apply it like so. And I just leave it there. And normally at this point, I am applying blush, contouring my face, or just, finishing up everything I need to do. And I'm going for the no makeup look, so I'm not really doing anything. But say, for example, while this bakes, because you need to leave it for a couple minutes, maybe 2 to 5, I want to explain to you guys the different kind of concealers that are out there. I'm pretty sure you've all seen palettes like this, or seen some like this, or even something like this. And you're like, well, what the heck does all this stuff mean? A quick crash on this. A green concealer will neutralize any redness that you have. So if you have like a breakout, dab. After you do your foundation, dab a little bit of that green concealer, cover it nicely, blend it out a little bit with your finger, so that way that warmness of your own body heat will blend that in naturally, and then you can apply a little bit of foundation over it, and you're done. A purple concealer is going to brighten up the area. A yellow one will also neutralize any kind of darkness, and any other concealers in the skin tone are meant to highlight. Now, I'm pretty sure you're wondering, like, oh my gosh, I've seen those, YouTube videos where they have orange or red right underneath their eyes and it's covered beautifully. Yes, that does work, but a red or orange not necessarily will work on somebody like myself or somebody who has very fair skin or even very dark skin. For my ladies on the fairer side, you definitely want to do like a yellow concealer with maybe sometimes a pink undertone or even a purple one that's going to highlight that area. For my ladies who have deep skin tones, I know that you guys also suffer from really dark circles underneath. For you, the orange concealer with a highlighter, whether it's like a yellow concealer to neutralize all that, works wonderfully, and it brightens and it highlights just beautifully. So just be aware of what those colors are. I will make another video in more depth to show you guys how it actually works, and hopefully I'll have a model here for that. So now that I feel like my concealer has baked, I'm just going to go ahead and just dust the rest of it with my beauty blender, like so. And then anything that's just left over that's really close to my lash lines, I like to do this. And see, there it is. I have properly covered up all of my dark circles. I've been highlighted at the same time, and because I'm going with a no makeup look, I'm just going to leave it like this for today. I hope that you guys like this little trick. I hope that you guys apply it and give it a try. Trust me, you're going to see such a big difference, and you're going to thank me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. Contact me on Instagram at Anna Jackson Makeup, or go to my blog, which will have detailed instructions on this, as well as a complete breakdown as to how to use all those concealers. And we will see you next time. I hope you guys have a great weekend and have fun.